morning, happy Sunday. If this is the first time you've clicked on one of my videos, thank you very much. If you're returning, thank you even more. So what have I got to show you this week? In last week's video, if you recall, I drew from a few different possibilities for what I would make, what project I would make for the week just gone, because honestly, I just have so many things that I want to do. I'm sure you can probably relate. You just want to do all the things and there's just not enough time. And I do literally do this in my spare time. So I'm working 5 days a week. Weekends are still got to do stuff like washing, housework. It's so overrated. Doesn't mean I don't ever do it, just quietly. But yeah, you know, and Sundays, to be honest, Sundays is a fair chunk of it is taken up by editing these videos. It takes so long. Anyway, last week I drew out for the project that I would make was going to be a baby poet cardigan. Now this, I have made these before. I love the pattern. It's the end result is just so adorable. And this is what I came up with. So this is the 0 to 3 month size. I've used the 4 Seasons Spot Saver prints from Spotlight in tweed, and yeah, I'm pretty sure it's tweed. Yeah, I use this a lot, this one. It works up really well. I've used well, if I'm making a blanket, I normally use a 5 or a 6 hook, I think, but this pattern calls for a 5mm for the actual cardigan, and then the ribbing is done with a 4, I believe. But yeah, I think you'll agree that it's pretty damn cute. The bobble sleeves, that's a win for me every time. So I did complete the project that I set out to. The other thing I was doing this week was I've been participating in lovely Litza from Coco's Crochet. I've been participating in her Cal, which is Coco's Crochet Cal 2024. And this fortnight, the project was coasters. In last week's video, I showed you a couple of washcloths. In this week, yeah, it was coasters. So I set about on, well, I had thought that I would design a pattern, but who am I kidding? I just don't have time for that right now. So I went online. Actually, I had seen another YouTube video. I think it's Amazing Page. I will find out and then pop the name here. And she had created quite a few of these cute little flower but like themed coasters, and so I went and looked at the links, and then obviously that took me to Etsy, and then I fell down a rabbit hole, a pattern buying rabbit hole, and I fell in hard. So I ended up purchasing, because 2 of the shops where the patterns were that I wanted to buy, they were both having sales, and they were quite significant sales. So it just made sense to buy. Now I just printed all these in black and white, but look at the stack. Look at the stack of patterns. There's 12 patterns, I think. That's mainly because a couple of them were pattern packs, which again, if you're going to buy a few anyway, you're far better off to buy the pack. So that's what I did, but all in all I got 12 patterns, and they're ranging from little flower coaster sets to little hanging baskets that you can put in your car or in your office, somewhere like that. And this little guy's cute as well, a little snake plant. So at some point I'm going to make that. Yeah, so yeah, I got myself out of the rabbit hole, And then I decided to make the little succulent coasters. So this is for, I'm making it, yeah, for the challenge, I guess, but I also thought they were just so cute. So inside here is 4 coasters. You just fold them up into quarters, I guess, to fit them into the basket. And they are just a quite simple but pretty little coaster. Honestly, these didn't take long at all to work up, probably just over 5 minutes, if I'm honest, somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes by the time you sew in your end. Yeah, so I made that complete with the little basket. Again, quite easy to work up, didn't take a lot of time, but yeah, I thought they were very, very cute. Now, one of the other patterns, oh gosh, I'm not going to say it was a fail because it wasn't. It actually turned out really, really well. However, I did not envisage that it would take me as long as what it did. So I will show you. Okay, so the second pattern that I went to make was the Flower Bouquet Coaster Set by Hig Crochet Co. Hope I'm saying that right. And the first few rounds, so these are the main colours that I chose, which I absolutely love. They worked up really quickly, easy, no problem. And then, so I had all 4 of those done, ready to do the final round, which is the little flowers. What I didn't plan for was the fact that I just could not, for the life of me, get my head around how to do these flowers. There are pictures, there are some pictures there. There's a fair bit of explanation, but it just didn't, yeah, I couldn't comprehend it. I think I'm definitely more of a visual learner. So honestly, I started on these, went back to them yesterday, and I was finally able to work them out. I don't know if I've done them exactly right, but it looks really good. However, this final round took me, honestly, I'm going to say almost the best part of 2 hours. Somewhere between 1.5 and 2 hours, I think. But here is the final coaster. And look, it's adorable, don't get me wrong. But, oh my gosh, it took so long. So the basket, I think, is the same as this one. And then you fold it into quarters. I mean, even like that, isn't that cute for like a little bunch of flowers? The idea is then you sit them all. Actually, you're not going to fit 4 in there because of the size of it. But yeah, sit them on there and that would look really cute on your table. However, I just don't know that I'm going to be able to bring myself to go back and finish the other 3 because, oh wow, there was a lot. So I'm just going to think about it for a little while. But I thought I might even do some kind of little shell type edging on it, maybe in the bright pink, to just finish it off and it can look like petals, and I think it'd still look quite cute. But yeah, either that or I just, if I'm in the mood, just do one little flower bud here and there, and then eventually I will be able to get them finished. I don't know, but what I do know is that I need a break. I need a break from it because, yeah, it became not fun, you know. So there, that was the coaster projects for the week. The other thing I would show you, I thought I'd show you, is quite a few months ago now. Yeah, a few months ago now. The people at Search Press reached out to me to see if I would like a copy of A Year of Granny Squares. Now, this is by my friend Kylie from Stitched Up Craft. She has her very own book So much work in there. I'm so proud of her. I did have the pleasure of testing one of these actually. But yeah, she has done an absolutely fantastic job. And yeah, as I said, the people at Search Press reached out to me to ask if I would like a copy of it to review. So of course I said yes. Yeah, there was a little mix up, hence I've only just got it, like I only just received it this week. So I think I will do, okay, there's lots of different ways to review this, I guess, but basically 52 grannies. So, you know, the idea is that you could do one a week and then, you know, work your way through the book. It's divided into, well, she's got it divided into sections, I guess, or themes. So there's like spring, summer, winter, autumn, or fall if you're in the US. And yeah, so they're the themes, and then the designs, you know, sort of match the theme, I guess. It's a lovely book. I've had a really good look through it last night. In each of the patterns, it tells you, it has a little guide as to whether it's, you know, it has the skill level. So there's beginner, intermediate and advanced. There's probably, most of them probably fall into the intermediate, I would say, or the skill level 2. But there are some beginner ones and there are some more advanced ones as well. But I think, you know, it'd be a really good way to, if you want to learn some new skills and, yeah, have a go at something different. There's some beautiful, oops, I'm not holding that very well, am I? There's some beautiful squares in there. She puts in ideas for ones that, you know, mix and match well together. There's also 5, towards the end of the book, there are 5 different projects. There's a shawl, like, look at this beautiful blanket. That's the bloom, spring bloom. That's the first bloom blanket. So there's that. There's a bag, the shawl. There's the shawl. There is also a little pillow or cushion. So yeah, it's a really, really great book. Towards the end, there's, you know, shows you how you can make a tassel. Some illustrations there for different techniques and also stitches. It says, you know, there's a guide for how to read charts. But I mean, some people love charts. I personally don't, so I would probably follow the written instructions. But yeah, I don't know. Either way, it's a really good book. Now, what I thought I would maybe do, and it would let me, I would then probably create a little playlist on my channel. But what I thought I would do is make one of these a week. Just follow it from start to finish. Just follow that order. I feel like that's easier. Yeah, so I thought if anyone either has this book already or would like to order it, maybe in a few weeks, I'll, you know, give it a few weeks to see if anyone else wants to get involved. But I thought it would be nice for a few of us to join in and be making the same squares together, see what colour combinations we come up with, etc. You could use whatever, like, so Kylie has used cotton in her granny squares. You don't have to. You can use acrylic, you can use whatever you want. Yeah, but if anyone is interested in getting involved in this, yeah, let's call it the Year of Granny Squares Cal. Yeah, I guess, because if we're all doing it together, it's a crochet along, isn't it? So yeah, maybe we can do that. Let me know if you'd like to get involved. I've had a bit of a look. You can, in Australia, if you're in Australia, you can get it on Amazon. You can also get it on Booktopia. I'll pop a few links below. I would imagine that if you're in the US or elsewhere overseas, it's probably available on Amazon, I would say. But yeah, it is a lovely book, and I think, you know, even if you're an advanced crocheter, I think there's some really nice, this one, that's one of the advanced ones, quite intricate, but yeah, let me know if you'd like to get involved. I think it might be fun. Now, I have also been, I'll pop a little video here rather than just show you in person, because I was so busy on the cardigan and the coasters and, you know, not having much time. I've only been able to get another 2 hexagons onto my Bimini, I think it's called the Bimini blanket, the one that I'm pattern testing for Kylie. So I need to get a bit of a hurry along there. And also, again, here's me, you know, just wanting to do all the things and not being able to decide. I have seen on YouTube, Hooked by Robin. It's a fantastic channel. If you are not following it, I'd be surprised, because lots and lots of people follow her channel. But there is a crochet along there at the moment. It's called the Festival Pick and Mix blanket. So she's got different tutorials for the different types of granny squares. They're all granny squares that have the same finished size. There's separate tutorials for each and every granny square. There's a tutorial for how to join it, and there's no rules. So you can basically make how many of whichever granny square you prefer. There's, I don't know offhand, I'd say at least 6 to choose from. You could do all different colorways. Hers is really super bright. She has also put a fabric backing, almost like a polar fleece on the back, which I actually do like the sound of that. She doesn't have a tutorial for that because she said she's not a great sewer, but it looks really great. And the idea is that you can use it, you know, as a bit of a picnic rug, but either way, it's so colourful and cheery, and I feel like I really, really want to do that. I want to do so many things. There's just not enough time. There's really not. But I think I might I think that might be my next little project, because granny squares, you know, they're easily portable, take them with you. And this one in particular, I just feel like it's just so happy, and, you know, I like it. So if anyone wants to also do that with me, let me know. Anyway, I feel like this is quite a short video this week, but again, I suppose there's not a great deal to show you. So wrapping it up, let me know if you'd like to get involved in the A Year of Granny Squares Cal, that's what we're calling it. And as I said, I will have some links below if you don't own the book and you're interested in maybe getting it. And I do maybe hope to start that in a few weeks. So I'll also have the pattern links below for the coasters that I made, and also the pattern for the Baby Poet cardigan. Yeah, I think that's about it. Thank you to, I've had a few more recent subscribers. Thank you so much. And I'd also like to give a shout out to Litza from Coco's Crochet. She didn't have to, but she did a sweet little shout out for me on her channel, and I really appreciate it, Litza. Thank you so very much. And I love connecting with you here on YouTube. So with that said, let's wrap up this week's video. I hope you've all had a lovely long weekend. It's a long weekend here in Oz. And yeah, I look forward to hopefully seeing you next week. Bye for now. Good morning, happy Sunday. If you are new here, my name's Jenny from Inmysparetime Crochet. Good morning, happy Sunday. If this is one of your first times, membership, and it's called the Festival